Hello, Jesse, your work's back for another review, and I'm reviewing one of the most anticipated sets of the year, and one that I was disappointed with, and then I was not disappointed again. So let's hear my final thoughts on the Back to the Future set, which is set number 21103. It's 401 pieces. It's recommended for ages 10 and up. It has 2 minifigures, and it retails for $35 in the US, and this is supposed to release August 1st. I got it a bit early at my LEGO store because they were selling it early. I called, they originally said August 1st and then they said now, and I got the last one at my store because I had to reserve it and stuff. So thank you for that, and I know a lot of people have been anticipating this, like my friend Be Kind So Rewind. There you go, I don't owe you, well I still owe you one, whatever, okay. And so now let's just get straight into the sets and see what I think about it. So here's the box for the set. You can see it's my favorite box of the year, to be honest. It's like an architecture set where it's kind of like really premium and it has that fold out flap and stuff like that. And you can see the back is just so detailed and I love the design and everything. My favorite box of the year, and you could open it, like I said, with the fold out flap like that. So it's much more premium, and it reveals the instruction booklet, which is just amazing. It reminds me of my first Star Wars set in a long time. Desert Skiff had like the same kind of instruction booklet. I'm not sure if all Star Wars stuff has that. I'm not into Star Wars, but you can see there's just a detail into this. They go into explaining some of the parts, comparisons to the movie, it's the creator's thoughts on it, and stuff on the Michael J. Fox Parkinson Research Foundation. I forget what it's called. So it's just amazing. I love this instruction booklet. I love the box. The box and the instruction booklet get an A+ for me. I don't care what anybody says. And here is Marty McFly, an excellent figure for me. A lot of people, like I said, think that he looks like Peter Parker. To me, he looks like Marty McFly. If you compare him to his look in the movie and then his look on here, it looks exactly like it, for his torso at least. His pants are a little bit more detailed, of course, in the movie. But I like how they kind of compared the color, because that's how it is in the movie. It's a little bit more of a darker, light blue. It's hard to explain, but it's not too much of a drastic dark to light comparison, but they still captured it really good. I love how he has little sags under his eyes, which is just amazing. All this is new printing for his torso and his face. And here's his back. You can see it's kind of his life preserver, as they call it, back in the 1950s, I believe, in the movie. And on the back, he kind of has a surprise face. And here is Emmett Brown, or Doc Brown, as most people call him. I love this figure too. I think they captured him perfectly for what they could do on existing pieces. You can see his face print is just really like funny, and it looks like Doc Brown or Christopher Lloyd. And his torso printing is really detailed, which I love. New torso print. Maybe it should have had some leg printing, but whatever. I think the torso print makes up for it. You can see his back, which is just amazing. And you could just see him screaming, "Great Scott!" I can't do his impression, but you know, that's just another awesome how he has a double-sided face along with Marty. So I really love this set so far. So now let's get into the time machine. And so here is the DeLorean time machine now. I did have a rant on it, so let's see what I think about it now. And first off, I forgot to touch on this, but here's Marty's skateboard. It's just a purple skateboard, which is cool because I don't think there was ever a skateboard in purple. Might be a little bit wrong on that, but I love skateboards and Lego. I think it would have been cool if they maybe made a hoverboard, but whatever. I guess you could take off the wheels and kind of put some custom stickers and stuff like that on to make it a hoverboard. But anyways, we got this really detailed time machine. And first off, you can kind of see that the side has this really nice piece. This is kind of a quite uncommon piece from what I believe. So that's cool. And you can see the front, and you see when this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you want to see some serious stuff. So you can see the front right there, great. So I like the front part right here. I didn't get to the hood yet, okay, so the hood will be last. You can see the side right there, and the back. I love how they did this detail right here. You can see, it's so hard to, how they did that, I don't think I've ever seen that. Ever. Like how they did that. Very clever. The back license plate printed says "out of time," and of course it's for the Back to the Future 1 model. And you can see there is the back. Looks really cool. So I like that part, and then I like this part right here where it's kind of, you see kind of the detail. And so now onto that hood. Okay, so the hood, it doesn't look as bad as in the pictures, but I still think they could have done the slope, like I said. I know it wouldn't have been modded into Back to the Future 3, the time machine from that, but Back to the Future 3 is my least favorite out of the trilogy. So I think, I don't know, it's kind of hard. Maybe they could have done a mod so that you can make this, minus that, put the part 3 part, and then you could put a hood, but it's so complicated, you know? I think it would have looked much more like the DeLorean time machine with the hood on, but it still looks decent. The hood is decent, I'll say that. And I don't really like this. I know, kudos to LEGO for doing this design. It's really hard to make, but I don't really like it either, how it's kind of like that, because they're like so loose and it looks like it's not connected, so that's kind of a bummer, but they couldn't have done it any other way, so I can't really blame them. And they couldn't have put glass or anything right there. Yeah, so, and of course inside, it's kind of hard to fit minifigures inside, so what you gotta do is, I love how they did this, by the way. You could lift up the doors on both sides. I love how they did, like, that was very clever of them, how they did that, because it's like the original DeLorean time machine. It reminds me of the Thrift Shop music video. I need to see the original film, okay? I haven't seen it since 2009, I believe. It's my 4th favorite movie of all time. And you can see inside, and there is a printed detail in there, so the printed detail, you could just take it off like that, I guess. I didn't see that. It does say the dates, and if you could see it, it says, of course, January, well, the first one, it's January 28th, 1958, and a lot of people didn't know what that was, but it says it clearly in the instruction booklet, that was the date that they got the Lego brick patent, I believe. And on the other date, it says 10/26/1985, so basically the original movie date. So that is cool, but I really wish they would have gone with the movie route and put, the 1955 date and then the 2015 date, maybe like and the 1855 date, or was it 1885? I don't remember. I don't like the third movie, like I said. And put a few more tiles, kind of like they did with the license plate, but I think it's acceptable, I guess. And then we got the flux capacitor, and you can see it on the back, and it says shield on there, and they misspelled it. It says disconnect capacitor drive before opening, and then it says shield eyes from light, and they put the E before the I, but it's supposed to be I before the E, you know. But they said they might do a replacement for that, so I can't really penalize them on that unless they don't do a replacement, which I highly doubt it. And so now let's take a look at the 2 other movies models. Okay, so here is Back to the Future Part 2 model, and basically what you have to do is put the wheels like that, put these 2 translucent pieces on the bottom to make it look like it's floating, and it's in Back to the Future Part 1, the ending. Well, it's not Part 1, it's the original Back to the Future. And put the Mr. Fusion home reactor on the back right there, and which is pretty cool. I like how they represented that. It doesn't look exactly like the one from the movie, but still looks pretty cool. And then you gotta put the license plate for 2015, which was the barcode. And it says California, and it says the license plate, the barcode number. And you basically gotta replace the out of time one from the 1985 one. And that's it. That's the Back to the Future Part 2 model. Now let's take a look at the Back to the Future Part 3 model. So here's the Back to the Future Part 3 model, and you can see they had those really nice red, I forget what they're called, the things inside the tires. And then you got this really cool, it's the flux capacitor, or the energy source they built back there. Like I said, I'm not too fond of the third movie. That's really it for the modding on for the third model. And so now let's just go into the final verdict. And I really love how they had that you could capture all 3 models. But like I said, I would have rather had a regular hood like they had in Boulder Bowling set. Like if they put that piece there, it would have been much better. So let's go on to the final verdict. Overall, I am really, I don't know about this set. I love the idea. A Back to the Future Lego set. I mean, that sounds crazy. Like as an official thing, that's just crazy. I think I love the minifigures with all my heart. I think the minifigures are excellent. I know they captured Doc so good with using pieces that already exist, And then Marty, a lot of people say he looks like Peter Parker, but I think he looks like Marty McFly. It's just, it's hard, you know, like, I love the printed pieces, I love the effort put into this, I love the box. I think the original Cuusoo model was better, obviously, because even though it had illegal connections, I think that they could have just done the first movie thing, and the first movie Time Machine. I love the design of it, and you could see it looks like the Back to the Future DeLorean, you know, Time Machine, when you put it on display. But I think the hood is still irking me, still driving me crazy. I love the customization feature. I don't like this part too much right here, but I love the rest of it. I think it works really well. These are kind of annoying to make them stay on. And I think the price is fantastic. So I will have to give this a B+. Yes. I know I made a rant about it, but that was before we heard about the figures. And I think the figures, the pieces, the price, these all make up for the disappointment that is the hood. And really the hood and this part is the biggest disappointment for me. All the other stuff, like the connecting stuff, but that's about it. I love the rest of the set. I think it's fantastic. Maybe they should have done a more detailed hoverboard or something like that and make it a hoverboard, but I think it's fantastic. So B+ for me, and I'm on vacation right now, so I'll see you guys later. Bye.